Yep. Let the room build up. Let him listen to him for a minute. Oh, he's done. That didn't last.
Oh, well, I still got a live feed. They're gathering down there. There's helicopters down in Minneapolis. There's the guards down there.
All right. Well, let's bring it up.
Let me see where the hell did I find you at? Oh, you're live. Okay, I got you.
We got an ambulance heading to the south. Yeah, we.
Well, the feed was okay. Now it's
Well,
buffering.
but right now we are all on 94. Many vehicles are trying to get through. Before it gets shut down completely.
No, am I just here?
Going west.
But
we're you guys can see they're starting to block. They're trying to blockade. So they did blockade 94. So the only option is exit 233B coming off of 94.
You got two individuals holding it down there.
But we're you guys can see the larger.
Give us some full screen, Reaper Man. I'm back.
I see the larger crowd in front of me. As it gets darker, it might be a little harder to see. But you can, I'm looking over to the south side, and I at least see two helicopters in the air down over there. There's one right here. And it sounds like an Apache to me.
Hey, Nick. How you doing tonight, Nick? Oh, really not doing a panel tonight. We're just going to be watching some live footage. We're working on it right now. You know, they're going to burn the country down. You might as well watch it live.
Yeah.
Reaper Man, give me a full screen on there.
Just like they did last night, Amber. That's why I assume we'll find out eventually if we keep walking with this crowd. I don't know where they're going. Curfew stop. Here we go. We'll get the sign. You guys can see the popping on this eventually if we keep walking with this crowd. I don't know where they're going. Curfew stop. Make sure you get the sign.
We can play that over. Can you hear me, Reaper Man?
The curfew.
Yep. Yep.
Where the hell we at then? Let's see. All right, we're not sharing anything right now. I'm gonna bring back up the if I can get away with this. If it's gonna, all right, you got it back. All right, we're good. Cancel.
no, this guy's got it buffering. It's buffering.
All right, I mean, I'll play the police chief again. It was live when I was watching it, but now it's on replay for the 4 minutes he's doing his thing. So
Now let me find a better feed. I'll let you know.
okay, I'm gonna screen share what the mayor had to say, what the police chief had to say.
Do you remember what I said the other day about them using their machinery?
Machinery? I don't understand what you're talking about. What
Like
machinery?
like a speaker unit?
No.
Well, they used it today
To do what? I don't
to
understand. You have to
to
express.
disperse it.
You have to
I did.
explain what you're talking about. It's like
It's
your
like it's
listeners
like
have
a
no idea.
it's like yeah. Well, it's like a noise thing to disperse the people.
Okay.
It's a real hard noise, and they used it today. People were holding their ears and everything else and
Okay.
running.
Well, it obviously ain't working because they're still sticking around.
Fireworks in the distance.
They're all
Well,
sticking around, so it obviously isn't working.
well,
It is what it is.
yeah.
You got people trying to
I've been
figure out
watching this all night on Fox News. Ain't nobody leaving. In fact, the mayor of Minnesota, flat out told the police department to just abandon the police department and let them burn whatever they want down.
Well, that was stupid.
Well, he's a liberal.
Yeah. Well,
All
today
right,
when
let's
they were
hear what the
using
police
it,
have
it
to
was
say,
working.
everybody.
Came in late
Go ahead, we're listening.
and wanted to disrupt. They have been taunting the Detroit police officers for at least the last hour to hour and a half. I don't. This, as you saw, the units leaving with their lights and siren. They were responding. There was an officer down call, and he was being transported by an unknown on the ambulance. But again, this does not represent the vast majority of Detroiters who came here to make a statement. I want to also thank many of our community leaders, Detroit 300, Larry Grant. That's just to name a few. We've had so many people who support the work that we do, and they respect the fact that we support the message. But let's do it peacefully. And if you live outside the city of Detroit, leave it home. Do not come here. That's my message.
Well, they're supposed
Really
to be
about
on
Black Lives
curfew
Matter.
down there. You know, 8 o'clock
Not
curfew.
Detroit. This is Detroit he's talking about.
No, I'm talking about in Minneapolis. So they're supposed to be
Oh,
on.
they're not listening to the police, but there's no police on the street, Reaper man.
Yep, I know.
We're getting set up, Nick. We just started. You got to give me a second.
What the fuck?
I love this community.
They said they want justice. They lied, and they want a revolution, but they're too scared to admit it. No, what they want, Nick, is they want those other three cops also tried with murder. But a lot of things have come to light, and we're going to talk about that tonight, possibly. How to find out the police officer that had the guy knee in George's neck was actually a bouncer at a restaurant with George, and they worked together for 17 years. And then he kills the man by putting his knee in his back. Does that make any sense, people?
You do know that police officer been charged with third-degree murder, right?
Yeah, he got charged with third-degree murder and manslaughter. But the wild breaking news is, and they wanted to overlook it because it was mentioned and not even reiterated again, was that George and the police officer worked together as bouncers for 17 years and they knew each other. Can anybody figure that one out?
Well,
You know?
yeah. So his
So he
killer
had something against him.
So his killer knew him.
Yeah, his killer knew him. Yeah. And his killer also killed a black man. What do you got, Reaper Man? NASCAR?
What, am I playing NASCAR?
Oh, wait a minute. I see what's going on.
What the hell?
Well, that wasn't you. I was the one actually screen sharing. My bad.
That's you doing that, buddy.
Yeah, it's still going on, Coach. And it's going on in Texas now, too. They're down there tearing up. I don't know if they're tearing it up yet, but what the fuck is going on here? It's been crazy, you know. All right. We're going to find another one. Give us a second here. Nothing's
made.
What the fuck is going on here?
I bet you they're jamming the signals.
It looks like it, Reaper Man, because everything you put up, it's getting knocked down. I'm gonna try it one more time. One more time, everybody. One more time.
Okay, I think I got Denver up. You want to see Denver?
I got Denver right now. We should be all right.
Police are on the move again, pushing the crowd up Randolph.
They're working the crowd back again, Reaper Man.
No, I got a different feed than that. I see your feed.
At least you're getting somewhere tonight, Reaper.
Don't run, don't run.
Don't run.
They beat dog ass. They beat dog ass. Look, oh shit. I ain't doing that. I'm exercising my right. Don't touch me, bro. Yeah, that's what I thought, nigga.
Well, we've got a live feed here from Minneapolis, Minnesota once again tonight, everybody. And they got a police line tonight.
Oh, that feed you got is from Denver, isn't it?
You shouldn't be watching the show. I cannot do that. I don't want to. You going back to bed or no?
Go ahead, Art. Screen share what you got.
Okay.
Go ahead, full screen.
Okay, there's no sound with this one though.
You got to click it though when you share it, maybe. Don't. It's all right. We'll talk. That's all. Did Mace that guy? Just see if we can get it on full screen. It'd be awesome. There we go. Woo! 85. Get this noise out of the way.
I don't know what woke me up. Oh, everything good on here?
Yeah, turn some more to the stuff.
Well, I can't hear it.
Hey, Rich, how you doing tonight? What was on that pizza? You never did tell me.
What is
I don't have no volume.
Because you know you can't hear it.
Yeah.
Well, you can hear it when you're watching it. Hmm?
Because you can see what's happening. See?
X out that thing on the left corner, Art Reaper, man.
What you talking about, Willis?
Oh, the lights.
Yeah.
On the left bottom of the screen, X it out. You'll see it. It's on the bottom left.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you, Reaper. Thank you, appreciate it. Oh, you had everything on that pizza. Okay. All right.
Now this is in Denver. This is in Denver.
Denver, Colorado, everybody. They're protesting all over the country tonight. It seems like everybody.
And the night's still early over there, so there's
Oh,
more.
tonight, yeah. Even in Los Angeles, where they were already California, they were already assembling in the daylight. Yes, everything so good. Oh, you're saying they were hotties in the hotties running that pizzeria. You were saying.
Look at that! What are they setting off over there? Did you see that?
I'm working. Oh yeah, they're throwing shit, and then they're something looks like it's burning in the distance.
Oh, they're setting off some I don't know M80.
Flash
Smoke.
grenade.
Looks like
Flash
smoke
grenade.
bomb. Yeah.
Uh-oh. What are they doing here?
They need something to cover with.
Oh,
They're trying to use that sign right now. It looks like.
Look like you're going to use it for a shield of some kind. The military better get a grip on this, or we're just going to have problems all over. This is going to be all over. You know, because
you had some heat today, Nick.
The American people, we're tired of this shit. You know.
Well, yeah, the non I even watched an interview today, and they said if those 3 other cops aren't brought up on charges, that the rioting will be taken to the suburbs. How do you like that for a statement, Reaper Man?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean by the suburbs.
Yeah, they mean they're going to start burning people's houses down.
Yeah, they said they're that the other 2 are not getting charged. Just that one police officer. That's it.
No, and they want all 3 of them charged.
Because them other 2 should have been responsible enough to get that cop to back off.
No, I agree with you. I'm not arguing that. I'm just telling you, there was 3 cops, 3 more cops, not just 2.
Who was in charge right there? I mean, was there anybody there? Huh?
That's a good question. I don't know. What are they doing? Checking these people to see what's wrong with them? Oh, they got pepper sprayed or whatever. Oh boy. Now grow up. That's what you get for going out there. You shouldn't even be out there. Yeah, rubber back.
Oh, poor.
Poor Martha.
No, that's Karen. All those Karens out there are terrible.
Yeah. Ling Ling's smart enough to stay home.
I think Ling Ling made a comment. Cammy Joe, Rapture mentioning you tonight. Ling Ling. I didn't know that was your pet name for Cammy Joe, Ling Ling. I wonder if she likes it, Rapture. Cammy Joe, do you like your pet name from Rapture? He's talking about you tonight, Ling Ling.
Ling Ling.
Yep. Do all the women love it when they're referred to as Ling Ling? I don't know. We're going to have to do a stream about that one night.
Yeah, there you go.
You know,
who's offended? No, there won't be anybody in the side chat that night.
You know, once you get to the suburbs, it's all.
They'll be throwing rocks and burning down the neighborhood for calling him Ling Ling.
It's all over, isn't it? If they get to the burbs.
Mm-hmm. I don't know about packing heat anywhere, Nick. You know, it's enough with what's going on. One of those people were to be picked up for something, they got a handgun on them. I think they'd be going to jail for a good term.
Let's find a link with the audio. I'll be back.
Go ahead. Check for one. We'll stick with what we got for right now.
Yeah.
But are you going to take that one down?
I'll take it down. I only got one computer. That's it.
All right. Well, another window. But no, I understand.
I can't give another window when he got me doing it full screen now.
Gotcha.
Hook up the other computer and run it.
Well, actually, yeah, you actually can, because it just pulls it up a certain way. You can it's always going to keep showing that screen even if you go off of it.
Well, listen,
You don't have to keep that screen up, Reaper. You don't have to.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. TikTok
Look up
really
Brooklyn,
messed
New
a lot of
York,
that stuff.
man. That'll be one too, even. Just a wild, wild night everywhere. Yeah, Rich, you didn't know what was going on? I thought you knew. I'm surprised they ain't started riding in the Carolinas yet. Tearing
They'll
up
get there.
Charlotte or something.
They'll get there.
Or I'm surprised they ain't attacked to Inner Harbor or Baltimore. That's what I was telling Movie Buff. I'm surprised they haven't attacked the inner harbor. Yep. What do we got, Reaper? I see something coming.
Yeah, one buffer. I
No,
got
this
one.
isn't a race war, Nick. It's nothing like a race war. That's not what this is. I see white people. I see Latino people. I see black people. I don't see a race.
They're all joining together.
Yeah, these are the liberals joining together is what it really looks like. And you can't call it a race war. That's not what this is. This isn't all black people. That's not what this is, Nick. Oh, I see quite a few white people, Nick. I see many white people.
Yes.
Many white people. This is a big, big group of white people. It's
That was
more
like about 12 stores.
Huh?
That was like about 12 stores that they demolished.
Well, yeah.
And that's only in the one spot.
I don't know. The liberal mayor isn't having a problem, Nick, with what's going on. So, Movie Buff, what's up? Yeah, what the hater Karens. Nick, I can't. That's not true, Nick. Come on, Nick. You got to be a little bit more. They are. They're using it for a reason to destroy their own state. Yep. And always. No, it's not white versus black, Nick. It's not. That's not what this is all about. It's about the lower class of people wanting justice against these police officers. That's why you see white people and all kinds of people. I did watch your video, Nick. I know all what you're talking about and what they're doing. I understand, but not everybody's seen your video. So I understand where you're coming at with that, and I agree with that. That makes sense, okay? No, I know. I'm not a big Tasha Teal fan, so I didn't see that. What do we got, Reaper? Can I full screen you?
No, it's just buffering so bad. We can still talk about to find a good feed. It's buffering too
All right. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's all through TikTok today.
There we go. You got it up? Here we go. Let's see what we got, Reaper.
Okay, if I go full screen, you're gonna see shit.
Go ahead, hit it up.
If I go full screen, you're gonna see shit.
Try it. See what happens.
Yeah, it's gonna buffer.
Okay. So, I can't have you up, or you got people's names on the side. So, yeah, it's buffing bad. Everything's but no one to be able to stream any of this stuff. You know. All right, I see what you did, Art. There we go. All right, let's try it now.
All right, this is from look. See what happened?
Yeah, but will it play after a moment?
Some protesters.
Yeah,
Just
you're
crazy.
gonna have to be settled with not being full screen.
All right. Well, you got to realize you're going to be seeing things that your whole list on the right showing up.
Okay, but they're not people I know.
All right.
I don't know how to find a good feed if you don't want to run it that way. So I guess I'll watch it.
It's all good. It's we can just talk about it then. They're going to just burn the country down anyway. You know that's coming. They're protesting in every state.
Someone's fighting with a woman in a Jeep. They're trying to pull this woman out of her Jeep.
How do I hear it, but I don't see nothing? Who's playing it in the background?
Not I.
Okay, I got it back, Reaper. I see it.
She's screaming.
Sounds like they're arresting somebody, everybody.
The police are trying to extricate this woman from her Jeep, but I don't know what precipitated that. Get back! Get the fuck back!
Yeah, stop the fuck back, pussies!
Man,
Bitch!
Get up!
they got respect for the police tonight, don't they, everybody?
No, bitch ass gonna put you. Fuck you.
Police are retreating again.
Yeah, they just grabbed that one cop and pulled him off. Now she's driving away. Just crazy, crazy.
Police are retreating back down Randolph towards Jefferson. I'm on Congress.
You do know this is from Detroit Free
Reestablishing their
Press, right?
formation.
Yeah, that's Detroit right now, everybody.
Protesters.
Yep. Yes, sir.
We can hear the police.
Yeah, that's down by the casinos. They're down off of Michigan Ave, everybody.
In their riot shields with their billy clubs.
They're going to burn down Detroit tonight, it sounds like. Terrible. Just terrible.
Cars still trying to make their way.
Why would you go down there and try and drive around?
I don't know. People that want to make a, I don't know.
They might get on the news. Really?
Let that GMC through.
I don't know. You're probably going to end up seeing one of them using the vehicle for a battering ram.
Well, that's what happened in Virginia at Charlottesville, but I hope not. Who are they going to batter ram? The police? Honestly, man, who are they going to battle ram? The police?
Probably. Size of it, you know.
This isn't a protest against Antifa and people they want to call the Klan. This is a protest against people against their cities, it seems like. You know?
So Joey Malone says half of Detroit's already burnt down. LOL.
Yeah, but Joey, that ain't funny because that's where I live. And it ain't burnt down. I don't find that comment smart.
So, Rapture, what do you think about all this, Rapture?
I'm waiting for the army to get in there.
They're already there. They've been told to stand down. How about that?
Corner of Randolph in downtown Detroit as police.
So what are they telling them? To just burn it down?
Who are they telling to burn it down?
Police create a formation across
do what they want.
Randolph.
Yeah, but that was in Minneapolis. This is Detroit we're watching.
So far it's peaceful, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, movie buff.
Police are retreating and the protest.
Oh, they are retreating.
Follow. It's been back and forth like this for quite a while.
Everybody can.
What's that guy got? A bow and arrow set.
Oh yeah, hey,
yeah, you're absolutely. It looks like it, Reaper.
It's not a bow and arrow. It's a tripod. That's a tripod.
Oh, okay.
Girl, you need to put some shorts on. Look at that.
Look, Nick, we got white people protesting, Nick. See that?
Yeah, not all black.
See another white guy, Nick. It's just ain't a black thing, Nick.
Police are retreating.
I see a lot of white people, everybody. At least they're not smashing cars. Click the word hide, Reaper Man. Hello, Cindy. How are you tonight?
to send it back to you guys right now.
Uh-oh.
People go running and the cops have to go back that individual. They have another arrest. As you can see in the distance across Randolph, police stepping back to.
Little buff, baby. We'll be in there in a minute. Just terrible. Just a crazy situation here in the United States. I wonder how many people are going to come down with COVID after this.
Oh, I don't know.
Simple Cindy says hi, Rod. Sure.
Oh, I seen it.
Oh, hi, Simple Cindy. How are you?
Click the word hide, Reaper, man. Do me that one.
Isn't that hell? It won't let you go live stream.
All right. Just leave it like it was. It was working.
On Pennsylvania. Doing anything.
Can you help me for a sec? I just need to get this into my bag. Can you just put this in my bag? We ain't got shit to do.
I don't know, Joey, if they've been destroying anything in Detroit yet. This is what we're watching right now. I don't think they've been destroying anything in Detroit.
Protesters testing the line, testing the police line.
Yeah, speak your piece. This doesn't solve anything.
Yeah, I can't turn
Thank you, Joey. I appreciate that.
Yeah, hey Joey, where's Bobby Matapuco? I'm looking for him, Joey.
Yes, yes.
What a Wyatt night in the United States, everybody. Who knew that this would happen? And right down the street, they're building F-150s every 50 seconds. Can you believe that, Reaper Man?
Nah, I can't believe anything can happen.
Right now, we're currently on Randolph Street between Congress and Jefferson in downtown Detroit. Police and protesters having a standoff.
I don't understand. Why did they have to do this in the actual downtown Detroit area? Why couldn't they have gone to a different area? You know?
I want to make a statement. That's what.
When you've been to the city, they're in more of the district area of business. They're not in an area where they're hurting, you know. There's no Target there to burn down.
Cammy Joe, welcome to the stream.
Who wants to take credit for doing my job? Who brought this shit? Who brought this shit?
Full street!
Our street!
Full street!
Our street!
Full street!
Our street!
There's
And smashed for no reason. These police are being excessively aggressive. They beat up women with the police are afraid of me.
Now they're playing NWA, everybody.
Fucking police smashed on my and it's
Oh, they're break. Oh, what's going on here? They look like, oh, here come the cops. Are they going to detain somebody or are they just chasing them back? What's going on here?
a year for playing the music.
Cindy, coronavirus don't mean nothing right now to any of these people. Plus they're outside. Detroit, everybody. You know, in Brooklyn they were also protesting, Reaper Man. That's crazy.
You want to be ashamed? Who the fuck do you think you are?
That girl has to be messed up on drugs or something.
Yeah, right? And she's white, it looks like. Is she white?
They look white.
That guy's white. That guy's white. There's a white girl standing there, Nick. You see the white people, Nick, I hope. We don't mess around in Detroit, Nick, at all.
You got the right one. That's what I'm saying. It's a way to. It's gonna be some motherfucking lawsuits tonight. Everybody gonna get straight up fucking down right here.
You're kind of woman, huh, Nick?
Oh, that one in the white shorts.
Watching.
He's trying to make.
Yeah, look at you got white girl in white shorts. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
it.
Come arrest me. I'm white.
Hey, get your finger out of the way.
What are they applauding for? It sounded like they were, oh, there's the finger, yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't think the Detroit police mess around like they do out there in Minneapolis. We're serious about this shit here. Why are they standing there with their hands up? I don't get it. And I guarantee you that white girl's gonna like drive back to Canton tonight to the suburbs. You know?
Why don't you just go down and ask them what the hell they're trying to pull?
Oh yeah.
You go down there and say, you're live.
Yeah, click that guy Bob off the screen down in the left corner, Reaper Man.
Somebody dance, you got fucked.
Thank you, Reaper Man.
These officers are about
What are they chanting, everybody? Say his name?
Yeah, say his name.
Yeah, the guy, this isn't Minneapolis, though. I don't understand. I mean, no one in Detroit was killed by a police officer. You know, I think, you know,
yeah,
these people are going to get themselves arrested for no particular reason.
Yeah, it's going too far. Hey, there's a bodyguard right there. See you.
in the black.
I have the right to say what the fuck I want to say. What you want to say.
A bodyguard? What do you mean?
He's in the black jacket. That's the bodyguard.
The big girl.
No. Come on. Let's be respectful of the protesters.
Okay, respect for that protester.
Yeah.
I could have sworn I seen I seen the insignia on the back of the jacket that said bodyguard.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, wonder if any of these people work for Ford.
Be my ass, bro. That's why I'm out here, nigga. I ain't going nowhere. Right there.
Exactly, Nick. Exactly. These police officers didn't do anything wrong. Exactly.
That guy looks like he's ordering a pizza. I know. Don't be disrespectful.
I think he's vaping, Reaper Man.
I think so too.
Yeah. Wonder what flavor.
Police seem to be retreating
These nuts?
Retrieve these nuts.
down Randolph towards Jefferson, away from the protesters.
The rest of them bitches, man.
They're moving back.
As long as they don't burn nothing down in Detroit tonight, we'll be good, everybody. Just a crazy situation here in the United States again, and it's a sad, sad thing. And, you know, my first situation with dealing with any of this was back with Rodney King in California, you know.
Yes, Cammy, that police officer was charged.
Yes, they charged him, Cammy, with third-degree murder and manslaughter. But the people of Minnesota are requesting that the other 3 officers also be tried along with him. So they're going to tear up the city probably every day until the other 3 officers have some kind of charges brought up on them. And that's what they want. And And in Minnesota, you've also had armed white citizens and black citizens stand together to protect businesses from these people that are doing the rioting. But also that AutoZone was it was shown on Facebook that the man smashing out those windows dressed in black with an umbrella was a Minnesota police officer, and his ex-wife ID'd him on Facebook, everybody. So the leftist police station, or whatever the deal is there in Minnesota, it's not a good thing when a police officer is ID'd smashing out windows wearing a respirator. Yep, that's right, movie buff. So some of this carnage has been caused by the police department in certain ways.
So you mean a police officer was, doing some looting?
Yes. I'll find it and send it to you, Reaper Man. All right.
Put on their gas masks. Police will put on their gas masks. Again, they had them on before. I don't know what happened. Put them on.
Sounds like they're going to be tear gas in the city tonight. It's sad.
Merc.
Oh, they're asking them to disperse, or we're going to start arresting.
Hey, I mean, that's got to happen eventually.
Yeah, one kid. Fuck you.
Thank you. I'm going to go up on a parking deck. Oh,
Like she's going to be, hopefully she's going to be safe up there, This is all over. It's crazy. So she's going to go hide in the parking deck because they're being told to disperse. So she can film from up in the parking deck. Does that make sense? She's a part of it no matter how you look at it.
I'd like to have a couple of drones and take pictures.
All right, Reaper Man, I found it.
Did ya?
Yeah, I'm going to send it to you in Messenger. It's the only way to get it, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Well, I just crashed. Give me a minute. Well, let's see what kind of footage this young lady can hook us up with from up in the parking deck, everybody. Oh, yeah, what a difference, huh?
What a difference a day makes.
Black square.
If you guys are enjoying this content, there's a little button y'all can click if your name's Bergs down in the right corner. Your name's got to be Bergs, possibly, though.
That would be that little dollar sign down there.
Yep. But it's really for the Bergs, everybody. So don't feel obligated.
These messages got to be
Are they rushing the cops? What does it look like, Reaper? Oh, she's shooting from the other angle now. They're moving down the line. Okay,
Yeah,
they're pushing them back right now, everybody.
Here comes the cops up the side. See it?
Yep, they're pushing them back.
Some pepper spray.
Yep.
Pepper spray in the crowd in Detroit, everybody. They're trying to explain to them it's time to go home. Yep.
Go home to sleep. There's always tomorrow.
Yep.
Yesterday, all my love became too far away. Now it seems.
This is the bird's eye view. I'm up in a parking structure. This is protesters and the police line.
It seems like a hold on it.
Yeah, I mean, they actually advanced up to the corner and they're holding now, yes.
They ain't getting no donuts tonight.
Yeah, they're not going to have any. They're not going to have any of this destroying these cities. You know.
No, I mean, like I even said, no one was murdered in the city of Detroit. You know.
Yeah. I don't see. Why can't Minneapolis get a grip on it like they do up there in Detroit?
Because they have a liberal mayor, and the mayor's told the police force to step back and let them do what they're going to do.
No.
That's the truth. That is the truth. They told them to abandon that police precinct and let them burn it down. I watched a press conference about it today.
Then that public official should lose his job after this is all over and done with.
Well, the police force listened to what the mayor says, and you know it is what it is. It's a terrible thing that it happens like that, Reaper, but it does. Jesus Christ. Where the fuck's this video? All kinds of bullshit.
It's been declared an unlawful assembly.
Oh yeah, can't.
They better leave, or they're going to start getting arrested. Everybody, she better leave.
You can't protest unless you have a permit to do so.
Well, yeah, that is true. Also, I agree with you there, Reaper.
Mm-hmm. Things are going to get pretty hairy
at this point
if they start arresting. You know.
Yeah. I think they needed the National Guard. I don't even know if they've assembled in Detroit yet.
You can hear him. This is unlawful assembly. You're going to be arrested.
Yep.
People are leaving. Look.
Well, yeah, they don't want to be arrested at this point.
Well, I think probably maybe
I don't know. It
half
seems
of them
like the crowd's
are
running
leaving
towards something. I'm
because
going to
they
get out of
probably
this
got
parking
arrest records.
structure.
Oh. All right, hang on, Reaper Man. You're about to get one. Where's she going now? She's heading back downstairs. She's leaving herself.
Yes, she's leaving.
Okay.
I don't want to be on the camera.
I don't want to be on the camera, he said. Don't you put me on that camera now.
All
You
right,
hear me?
Reaper Man, you got it. You got the video.
Okay.
That guy's name must be Bud, right?
All right, don't put it up right now. Hide me a little bit.
All right, hang on. You're already showing, so you're all right. Just click it. It's only me, Scotty Costa, everybody. Just click it, Reaper. It don't matter. We'll go back to you.
What happened?
I didn't ring you.
Oh, hang up, man. I can't do 3 things at once. Okay, hang on here. Oh my God, what the hell?
Corrected.
Yeah, we're watching it all
Hey,
right
don't
on the
ring
bottom
me.
corner of the screen.
Okay, but I gotta stop this first.
Just double click it. It'll do it itself, Reaper. Just click it.
I am. My mouse is not reacting to what I wanted.
Okay. We're bringing it up right now, everybody. I can't move my screen right now on the phone either.
Looks like, yeah. You guys can see the auto go.
Guy just came with a hammer and smashed the windows.
I'm gonna fight you right now.
You wanna go? Yes, what's up? Somebody hold my blunt. Hey, somebody hold my blunt. I'm gonna keep it up. Hey. Are you a cop? What's up?
So this is a police officer here.
Looks like, yeah. You guys can see the auto go.
Guy just came with a hammer and smashed the windows.
I'm gonna fight you right now.
You wanna go? Yes, what's up? Somebody hold my blunt. Hey, somebody hold my blunt. I'm gonna keep it up. Hey. Are you a cop? What's up? You came in and broke the fucking. What's up? What's the fast over? Jesus God! Jesus God! You fucking white man.
Just breaking glass out so nobody gets hurt.
About to stay here until about 12. We're gonna make it peaceful. We're gonna make sure it's peaceful.
want to stress that the vast majority, the overwhelming majority of individuals who've been
That made a
participating
difference.
have been doing so.
What a crazy night, everybody, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
But we have experienced over
Look
the
at
last
this. Yep.
some individuals who have disregarded the notion of respecting other space and personal safety.
Everybody that's out here, if you can hear my voice, we know who's disturbing the peace. So when you see a young kid, do not look at him and look funny. Embrace him. Show him that it's love out here. He needs to feel this love out here. Because he the one that's going to tear this up. We want to tear this up, but it can't just be for nothing.
Up there, in front of the home of one of the officers that killed George Floyd. This is where we are. We have an increased police and law enforcement presence out here. We are peaceful demonstrators calling for justice for George Floyd.
He got tried with third-degree murder, Cammy. That's what happened. Tommy. He got tried with third-degree murder and manslaughter. Yep.
Violence begets violence, and more force brings about loss of life and more devastation. And so we have to find a balance here. We have to be able to peacefully protest, but work to protect one another.
Yeah, she's one of your delegates from Minnesota, Reaper.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's going to be removed from Congress herself. Just a terrible, terrible thing, everybody. Terrible. Terrible.
Yes, Cammy, he's in jail. But we haven't. No. Do we know? In fact, he's in jail.
Well, I don't know. Can you be tried for something if you don't go to jail?
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, if he's in jail, did he post bond? Did they give him a bond and let him out? What?
Well, I have honestly, I don't know yet. I just know he was charged. That's all I can say is I know for a fact he's been charged. So it's terrible, but you know, they're gonna wind up burning the country down all over the place. At least they didn't set Detroit on fire tonight, everybody.
Oh yeah.
What a wild situation out there in this world. You know, in my eyes, it all started with Rodney King, but who was killed? You know, things happened, I guess, in the 60s, 70s, 80s. You know, how bad could it get? What a night. What a night. Okay, Rapture, I see you.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, we're waiting to see what else we can pull up. Look up Brooklyn, Reaper, man.
Well, I try to see the side chat, and what happens is when I hit the side chat, I bump the leave button.
Yeah, I know what you did.
It's like, darn.
That's some crazy stuff tonight, everybody. Crazy stuff.
Yeah. Well, I sent him a lot of stuff, but it was through TikTok.
Yeah, TikTok. I don't do TikTok.
Yeah. Well, there were a couple of them.
That's owned by China. I ain't getting involved.
Oh, we're backing out. TikTok's backing out of China, I heard.
How does TikTok back out of China when the app is from China?
I don't know.
That's the difference.
Know,
when you agree for TikTok, you're agreeing to give the Chinese your information.
I don't know how
so
I got
millions of people on TikTok have agreed to pass their personal information along to China. China.
It's pretty on my phone.
Well, yeah, I don't play TikToks on YouTube.
China.
Yep. What's up, King? How you doing tonight, buddy? Great to see you. We crazy shit tonight going on here in the D. Yep. I'll be right back, Reaper Man. I'm coming right back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna have to search for some of this stuff off of TikTok then, so you can put it on here. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, what'd you call me for?
All righty then.
How I did it.
What do we got? Let's pull it up. Let's see what we got going on now. We got a white van so far, everybody.
No, that was just a clip.
Oh wow, look at that van though. That girl should be arrested standing in front of it though. Yup. Now, King, if you were watching TikTok though, you see all them cute girls dancing that are like 21 years old, shaking their boobs and their asses. That's what they're doing.
What do we got here? What's this?
I don't know, but I took you down before you start showing people's private information.
Yeah, I didn't mean that. It popped up.
Oh, no, I take care of it for you. I'm watching as quick as I can, you know. Just a crazy night, everybody. Yeah. Unreal.
I don't know if you see that down to Denver. That's Denver right there.
I see it. Just let me know. You want me to put it up? You ready?
Yeah, put it up.
All right, everybody. Here we go.
You can't go full screen with this, so.
Right, we've got Denver, Colorado, everybody. Well, you read their side chat. That's all. We've been doing pretty good, King. We've been doing good. Staying safe while they tear up the country, you know. Hopefully my local target's safe downriver. It is.
Yeah, we're trying to take Bergs' super chat. See, we got super chat up there. We're taking Bergs' money.
Yeah, we want Bergs to come over here and give us some money, but he never will. Yeah. He's just a cheap, freeloading e-bagger.
Hey, let me introduce you to my my brother Rapture's up here on panel.
Yup.
Hey, that's me.
That's him, everybody.
Say hi to the King there, Rapture.
Hi, King.
What up, King? The Rapture.
Oh,
oh, you're doing it again, Reaper. Let me, I don't know who keeps sending you stuff. Somebody keeps talking to you. Oh.
I don't know. You can't chew gum and talk at the same time.
Who's that? You can't?
No, Reaper.
No, he's doing fine. Someone keeps messaging him. I don't put somebody's personal name out on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't do. Yep. There you go. That's for you, Rapture.
All right.
Oh, thank you.
The King says, hey, Rapture. Nice to meet you. Your brother is my idol, Rapture.
There you go.
I don't think his ambulance is for them.
Me and the King, we're just buddies. Well, it don't look that bad in where we're at now, Reaper Man. I mean,
I cannot find any live feeds in Minneapolis.
they might shut them all down right now. Are you going to your live on Facebook, if you know what I mean?
I'm
You
going
click the
to
video section and then you click live?
Yeah, I'm
on the
going
left?
in. Yeah, nothing.
Okay.
I'm hitting at live and nothing.
Cool, King. Appreciate that, brother. I love you, King. Hopefully in the fall, King, it all works out. Jesus, with this coronavirus and everything going on. I'm ready to drive to South Carolina with Reaper Man right now. Yep.
We're hearing some more rounds, more pops. I'm not exactly.
Oh, here we go, everybody. We got some excitement here, it looks like.
I'm sorry, someone hitting a sign. I apologize. But yeah, so everyone's kind of making their way back. So where we really started about an hour and a half ago, which is where I mentioned that police were firing across the street here on Lincoln into the crowd here. So we're all here right now. But yeah, guys, it's not as chaotic. Certainly a little calmed down. But as you can see, smoke's still in the background.
I'm working my way back to you, babe.
No, as I mentioned, that beaded sound is the someone just hitting a construction sign. I'll give you an idea. You can kind of see they're moving it now, but they were just beating on a construction sign. That was my mistake earlier, but I did hear that sound as well. Yeah. God. We don't see. I'm not seeing any.
You're gonna have to flip it because I can't get a feed.
All right, find another one. I'll take you down.
All right.
Boink, you're down.
Yeah, you're right, though, King. You are right. It is messed up right now with the situation, and it's got a lot to do with the liberal government, I believe, in my eyes. They mislead these people. Everybody's been under lockdown. Shows how much they respect these lockdowns right now, don't it? But just like I said earlier, everybody, this guy Floyd, he was a bouncer at a restaurant bar with the police officer, and they've known each other for 17 years. And then he kills him. Does that make any sense to anybody out there?
None whatsoever.
Correct, Reaper. It makes no sense at all.
He's not a good friend.
He's already been involved with a killing of another black man, this guy. That's the way I understand it. He's already got one on his hands where he's killed one person already, and now another. Yeah, well, that's what happened. He passed off a $20 bill, and that's what caused all of this, Movie Buff. You're absolutely right. He was passing off counterfeit money, and that is exactly how this all caused to happen. So, see, all these people protesting, it's a crazy situation because even though the man done something wrong, I agree that that is not how the police should have handled someone that was just passing off the counterfeit money. Now, if he was in there holding up a liquor store or shot somebody and, I still don't condone it, You're innocent until proven guilty. It's a sad, sad thing. Yeah, online would work as long as you can prove you're a citizen and you're able to. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly think the president's.
What happened?
He must have jumped off.
He dozed off, huh?
Yes, it is a shitty computer. Yes.
We'll say he dozed off.
He'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be front.
Oh yeah.
I just say if they all of them had that machine that one video had that you heard, if one of them had that machine, that would disperse everybody.
Right.
I mean, that thing's noisy. He's back, I think.
I'm back. I'm back.
What the hell are you trying to pull there, Bubba?
Who?
You, Bubba.
No, it's just the way everything's going down right now. Kicking in, kicking out. Kicking in, kicking out.
In and out, in and out. It's a good thing.
Yep. Trust me, I've been running on the phone most of the night.
That's everybody taking your bandwidth.
Well, I got somebody else in the house who's probably gaming right now, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
It happens. Yep, over $20, Cammy. You know, you're absolutely right, King. The cop was in the wrong. Burning down your neighborhood is just so wrong. Yeah, they don't get it. But the catch is, it was shown that police officer dressed in that gear that we showed a little earlier, he is the one that initiated that. He busted out those windows. And the person even said, "Hey, man, are you a cop?" And his picture was posted all over social media. And his ex-wife came out on social media and said, "Yep, that's my ex-husband. I can see it. That's his eyes." Oh, yeah. It was pointed out big time that was a police officer. So, you know, in every district, I guarantee you got a bad apple every once in a while. And that's what they were doing, causing all kinds of havoc. They claim that when people go out and protest, that you don't even know it. But walking down through that protest with you, there are police officers in plain clothes.
Across the country, and I have to say that there are people around the world
Yep.
responding to this and talking about it. These images are not just being shown here, but pretty much everywhere. That video was so shocking of what happened with that man and that officer that the world is really watching us tonight. But as you said, Shannon, things here in Denver much calmer than
Denver, Colorado, now everybody. Denver, Colorado.
Tonight, things seem to be ramping up as people descend back on the Capitol.
And I know that doesn't do anybody any good to say it's worse in someplace else besides here, because this is our town. And we're not used to seeing this sort of chaos and this sort of reaction from civilians or police. As we see a crowd now running down from the Capitol building. Excuse me, I've just been talking for way too long.
Let's check in with Gary Brode, who's out there where those crowds are running right now. Gary, what's going on that's causing all of those individuals to panic and run?
So that we were concerned that it was initially police, but that's police. Earlier the clouds, that was from the protesters throwing different types of fireworks and smoke into the air. Now, as you can see, SWAT just came and just showed up in the last 1 minute.
Okay, that's me.
Running down the hill. So now they're starting to smoke everyone out. We're going to have to move also.
They're smoke bombing everybody. Look at it.
There were no police. The closest that we were seeing police presence was over here at Colfax and Lincoln, over at the RTD. They were kind of just hanging out over there until we started to see more and more people rushing the Capitol, throwing fireworks. Like that. All right, guys, we just got. We're running by.
Sort of takes your breath away.
Taking it, yeah.
Really going.
Guess that masks don't work like they think they do.
Sam, are you okay? So yeah, everyone's kind of in the same boat. You're seeing people coughing. We're gonna have to send it back to you right now because I'm gonna have to collect my thoughts here.
Gary, please get to somewhere safe. Thank you. We'll go back to you in just a few moments when you've found a place away from that gas. As you're looking at police appears to be.
Are those homeless tents I saw?
Some sort of gas to get protesters away from the Capitol. We know that some protesters were firing fireworks off in the area.
Well, that's what they did, Cammie. They burned down a house
Can start fires.
of a resident and a Target and somehow the AutoZone.
Trying to go through. It's unclear if they're part of the protest, if they're just trying to move through the area. More protesters running away from that scene. There are hundreds of people out there tonight. And this crowd really had grown throughout the night. But at one point, the police had dispersed everyone away from the Capitol at around 8 o'clock. People dispersed down several different streets, but they headed back towards the Capitol and were walking right back up to the Capitol stairs within the last 15 minutes, but they appear to be being pushed back there to Civic Center Park. Again, this is covering the protest of the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis, who was killed earlier this week. There was a video that went viral showing his death where he was suffocated by an officer. That is what sparked these protests across the country. Earlier today, these protests in Denver were much more quiet. They did escalate. We started to see people stepping in front of SWAT vehicles, trying to stop them from move, protesters throwing things. But again, a small number of protesters. Overall, the number of protesters here have been peaceful, have been trying to do the right thing. It is really just a few individuals at this point, but there are still a lot of crowds seeking justice. They want something to be done about not only what happened in Minneapolis, but with police violence and these incidents of African
all this over.
See, but
it should never happen.
Americans being killed by officers across the country for years and years now. You're continuing to.
Yeah, but I did see something earlier. They talked about how I won't even bring it up. Forget it.
Officers, maybe actually it's about a dozen officers or so, maybe 2 dozen.
Cammie, there shouldn't be looting. Just people taking advantage of a bad situation.
Officers or so, maybe 2 dozen that are lining that side of the.
Take it easy, King. Love you, brother.
Pointing their those are non-lethal weapons. They're being hit with those, which are non-lethal, but
Take
not
it easy
not
there, King, and ladies and gentlemen, the King.
Pleasant.
The
Their
building.
job of dispersing crowds. An unbelievable video you're watching right now of the state capitol here in Denver. These are protests going on across the country tonight. We don't want to.
Ago and what they didn't want, and obviously one of the things they're trying to protect against is the state capitol building. That's been the only consistent thing I've seen so far of where police just simply don't want people and have scattered them once they will gather. And we're about to get answers in just a couple of minutes from the chief of Denver Police. So please stay with us here. We have crews out all over downtown Denver tonight. Very brave crews who themselves have been hit by some of these projectiles and have certainly been in the middle of this very unpleasant dispersing agent. We appreciate their work, and we're going to stay with you throughout the evening to bring you exactly what is going on, why it is going on, and hopefully get some answers about how long this will continue here as we have a second night of protests in downtown Denver. Denver 7 News at 10 starts right now.
Is anybody a medic?
For the second night in a row.
I'm here for all the black men in the world who are scared.
Calls for justice.
I'm not sad anymore. I am mad. I want change, and there needs to be change today.
As hundreds take to the streets in Denver, tensions rise between protesters and police.
I believe that there's a balance between peace and then there's a balance between violence. And at the end of the day, it's the yin and the yang.
Is anybody a medic?
Another night of protest, and in just the last 90 minutes, we started to see tensions rise between police and protesters.
Most of the big cities.
Tear gas was fired, pepper bullets used too, one even hitting our own camera crew.
What started out as hours of a peaceful demonstration took a turn late this evening. A live look now from Air Tracker 7. Right now, protesters are still gathering. Police are trying to use that tear gas to disperse crowds, but protesters are sticking around to get their message heard loud and clear. Demands for justice for George Floyd. Let's go now to Denver 7's Gary Brode, who is live out there at the state capitol.
Jessica, just a few minutes ago, SWAT did administer tear gas. We all got it into the eyes, into the nose. If you're curious as to what that feels like, imagine placing Tabasco around your eyes and the tingle that your face gets, and there's not really much relief you can get other than time. But right now, what they kind of did, the reason why they're up here at this point, to give you some idea, if you weren't watching a few minutes ago, there was a large crowd that did rush up to the Capitol building. There were fireworks being thrown. Most were being peaceful, but a few fireworks were being thrown. All of a sudden, SWAT did come in and then administered the tear gas, pushed everyone away. Everyone kind of moved down Liberty Park, and they're starting to do it once again. They don't do anything. As you can see, other people are kind of throwing back at them. Police firing. So there is a group who is throwing there.
That is wrong. Look at that shit.
So as you can see, we're going to be getting in minutes. We're going to move over here in a second. There are some going back and forth, though. As you can see, some of this throwing some type of tear gas back at them. It's going back and forth. They're throwing it back and forth. You can see it right there. They're throwing it back. That's
Oh, they throwing it back, everybody. That's crazy.
So I do want to show you something real quick. There were some barricades being taken off here.
Canisters get pretty hot.
That are in statue.
Well, that people are picking them up and chucking them back at the police.
Currently blocking the streets, which is where a good majority of the crowd is at this point. So we're looking at just total chaos here around Liberty Park, around the Capitol. We'll keep you updated as soon as we as you come back to us.
All right, Gary Brode, thank you very much. On the phone, joining us now, Denver Police Chief Paul Payson. Chief, thank you very much for your time.
Let's hear what the police chief has to say, everybody.
A couple of basic questions. What exactly are your officers firing at the protesters tonight?
Well, let's be very clear here. Our officers are adhering to a very strict use of force policy to include a use of force continuum, and reacting to much of the violence that is thrown their way. Meaning, we have rocks, we have bottles, and we have individuals that have shown up to this event armed. We've recovered 2 handguns already this evening, and clearly individuals who've shown up equipped to cause harm to our community, and our officers are reacting to that situation.
So what is the goal? We've tried to figure out, there have been times when the officers want people to move. There have been times they have left them alone. So what do you want to accomplish tonight? Are you trying to funnel the protesters into one particular area? Are you trying to keep them away from any specific areas?
Certainly not. We're not making any attempts to funnel folks in these types of situations. What we are doing is trying to maintain a peaceful situation, and the actions of agitators within this group is dictating that. So just as you said, there are times when officers are standing by because the demonstration is peaceful, and once that changes, once that dynamic changes, when the group starts to hurl objects at our officers, then that necessitates a different type of response.
So, Chief, excuse me, go ahead, please.
What we'd like to convey is we need calm, we need restraint, we need agitators who do not represent what the city of Denver is all about or the people of Colorado are all about to stay away from this area and stop causing harm to our community.
And absolutely, and Chief, and I'm not trying to belabor this point, but we had several of our news crews were caught in the middle of the incident. I'm going to describe to you when there were officers on one side of the street, I believe at Lincoln, and protesters on the other side, and we were trying to figure out what then what was the trigger for the officers to fire whatever they were firing toward the protesters. So you're saying it's when they receive some sort of incoming, whatever, rocks or water bottles, whatever, thrown at them, that's when they can shoot. Is that correct?
I'd refer you to our use of force policy that the community has helped to develop and take a look at it. The use of force continuum, the pepper ball, less lethal system that we utilize has a lower level threshold, and our 40 millimeter system has a higher level, and we are acting in accordance with that policy.
So any reports tonight of any major property damage, more importantly, major injury, either to members of the force or the public this evening?
We certainly have officers who've been injured, another officer taken to the hospital, again, being assaulted. This was a situation that is absolutely uncalled for, and we're asking for your help in helping calm this situation down.
We will do our best, and we certainly, our thoughts are with the force tonight. I know this can't be easy for anyone, and we appreciate the job you all have to do tonight. So thanks for your time, Chief Paul Pazin from the Denver Police Department. We appreciate you answering our questions tonight, Chief.
Thank you.
We have several crews on the scene of this protest at the Capitol at this hour. Let's go to Denver 7's Sloan Dickey for the latest.
Is that Sloan Dickey, he said? She said?
Yeah.
Capitol building. There is thick
Let's hear it from Dickey, everybody.
Whatever it is that they're using to disperse the crowds. It's a little bit clearer
Dickey
now.
looks like he's falling apart tonight, Reaper Man.
He does.
30 minutes ago, it was very heavy in the air. About 30 minutes ago as well, there was huge crowds out here storming the Capitol building. Police used tear gas to disperse those crowds. If you can see above the staircase, that door is broken in. We're still out here covering this. It's cleared up a little bit, but people are still walking around the building. Back to you guys.
Talk to the chief. I want to get down to the mayor, Michael Hancock. Denver's mayor joins us. Oh, he's on Zoom. Okay, I didn't know that. Mayor, thank you so much for taking the time. I know this night is completely nuts. Let's start with just your take on what's going on downtown.
Well, thank you for having me. You know, what we're seeing is destructive. It's needless. It's senseless. It's unfortunate for everyone in Denver. And I'll tell you that once again, the demonstration started out peacefully. In fact, we had two demonstrations today that went peaceful and successfully in downtown Denver. And then unfortunately, as the night drew near, we had some folks show up who, quite frankly, meant to disrupt the meeting.
Now, if there's somehow, if there was the world's largest loudspeaker over this crowd tonight, a message from the mayor tonight would be what?
Go home. At this point in time, the best message for all of us and the best act you can undertake is to go home right now and allow for this situation to be de-escalated. Allow yourselves to get home safely and allow officers to get home safely.
Mayor Hancock, we've seen a lot of confusion in those crowds, not knowing where to go. I know you're saying go home. They do have First Amendment rights to protest. There is a lot of confusion from police on where those officers are directing people. What is your reaction to seeing that as people do try to practice their First Amendment right?
Well, listen, we as a city, we have made it clear yesterday, and we made it clear today. The chief and I stood together and said we are going to allow people to exercise their First Amendment rights. So this is not a city where we have tried to abridge the exercise of those rights. What we've asked people to do is to exercise those rights peacefully. And
you said that name was Hancock.
There's some people
here,
who
John?
decide that they don't want that to happen. They want to be disruptive. And we're going to allow for them to put the other demonstrators or our officers in harm's way because they simply cannot be disciplined, and to allow for their voices to be heard without creating or inciting disruptions. And so, Chief told you, we've confiscated 2 guns tonight. They've had flashbang bottles tossed their way, rocks tossed at them. That's just unnecessary. We have allowed for the exercise of First Amendment right to occur, and we want to thank those people who came down today, peacefully demonstrated. We heard them, we saw them, and we stand with you.
So, Mayor, this weekend, if this continues, will you be making any public appearances, either to de-escalate, or just to be out there and to be seen, or what is your role, do you think, will be in this? Again, in the context of we're still in the safer at home phase here.
Absolutely. And we try to remind folks today that we're still under, the reality of we're still exercising social distancing, and the virus is still very much with us. And so we, see folks also putting themselves in harm's way by being a part of these demonstrations. But listen, there's no need for me to go down and further complicate the situation. Where officers are trying to de-escalate the situation. They don't need to have to worry about the mayor coming down as well, police chief, the director of safety, Murphy Robinson, and the law enforcement who are down there, I believe, can handle the situation. But it takes all of the people who are down there to say simply, in the best interest of everyone, go home tonight. And we'll have to reevaluate how we deal with these matters starting tomorrow going forward.
Mayor Michael Hancock, we do appreciate your time, and we wish you the best in managing tonight's chaos.
Thank you.
And be safe, Mayor. We sure appreciate it. Jess?
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us, Mayor. Now, we are continuing to follow these protests at the state capitol. We're going to go now to Denver 7's Addie Guajardo, who is there on the scene.
Well, Jessica, there is a trash can on fire behind us. It is getting here. Tear gas canister hit our car. Our photographer has been hit multiple times by what appear to be rubber bullets. It is just right. I want us to turn around. They're pepper spraying people. So we're going to go backwards because you're seeing police presence pushing us away from the field. We don't want that. Gas behind us.
All right. Obviously, we're having trouble with her shot, which operates. All right, let's go to Gary Brode. Also, it looks like maybe on the other side of that trash can fire. Gary?
Yeah, we've moved away from the Capitol here on the end of Liberty Park, where you can see the dumpster fire. I mean, this has really just gotten out of hand in the last couple of minutes. And now we're starting to see the SWAT team who was at the Capitol walking a little bit closer now at the edge of Liberty Park, here on the other side of the dumpster fire, and walking a little bit closer. They are pepper spraying people right now. We're about to get hit again, Jay. Sam,
they're really tearing it up now there in Denver, aren't they, Reaper Man?
Getting sprayed in the face, so there's going to be some reaction here. But that smoke you're seeing is pepper spray. One person is down over there. And we just got hit. There it is. And we are hit pretty good. We're going to go ahead and move a little bit out of the way of having trouble seeing.
Gary,
yeah, he got some pepper spray, everybody.
As you're being pepper sprayed or maced by officers who are trying to disperse the crowd there, really over even just the last 15 minutes, things have escalated. There's
it could be worse.
A trash can on fire, more people there.
I've seen that in the background. Yeah, this is just crazy.
officers responding with those pepper balls, as you heard Police Chief Paul Pazin say that they are firing on the crowd when it appears they are on the receiving end of rocks and bottles. As our coverage continues here, just shocking images over the protest of the death of George.
That must be the dumpster we see on fire right there, Reaper Man.
Shannon.
Yeah, Denver 7, Sloan Dickey also on the ground there, part of
they're
our
still
team
talking about
coverage of
Mr.
the
Dickey.
protests in
Sloan Dickey, everybody.
Sloan.
Did you say Slow Dickey or Sloan Dickey?
We're heading to Dickey again.
Over right now as police cars drive down this road. You can see one parked
What kind of
just
name
to the
is
right
that,
of us.
Dickey?
People are throwing rocks and bottles at the police cars as they're coming down the road. It's dispersed over here where we are now, but one block over it used to disperse the crowds at the Capitol building when people were trying to
John, we
break
got
into
Dickey
the Capitol
and we got
building. Right now it's a little
Hancock.
calmer.
Yeah, we got Dickey and Hancock, everybody.
They're coming down towards the Capitol. That's what we're seeing right now here about one block north or south of the Capitol building.
I'm going to stay with you for just a second. I'm sorry, somebody talking in my ear. The cars that we're seeing, do they seem to be part of it, or are they just people who had the bad luck of driving down the wrong street tonight?
That's really hard to tell, but it would be hard for somebody living downtown to not know that this is going on in downtown Denver at this moment. It seems as though, from what I can tell, most of the cars that are driving through here right now are honking their horns, showing support for the protesters who are in Denver right now. That's my estimate. I would say probably 80% of the cars that are down here right now have people waving out the windows. Shouting
Thank you,
support for the
Mr. Dickey.
protesters.
Now back to you,
I
Hancock.
caught something you said about protest.
Back to Mayor Hancock.
Some violence and destruction of property there last night. We saw a crowd just in the last half hour rush the Capitol. Are you saying they were
Back
trying
to the studio, everybody.
Well, we actually saw on the south side of the Capitol building.
I wonder what's burning right there, Reaper Man.
Doors.
That is a
That was
dumpster.
right before the pepper spray.
Oh, wow.
Crowds. But right before we left, we saw doors
They're letting it burn
open
because
to
it
the
is
Capitol
contained.
building.
So
Yes.
The state patrol are trying to
It's like a nice bonfire.
and disperse the crowds from there.
Wow. All right. Sloan Dickey, thank you very much.
Thank you, Sloan Dickey.
What is on fire
Sloan
here
Dickey, everybody.
is a dumpster. So that's what's happening there. That's no more severe than that. But still, I think it's the first real flames we've seen over these 2 days. Addie Guajardo has now moved back from...
At least, everybody, it's not a residence or a business.
Shannon, they continued pushing people back. That trash can still on fire over there. It's a dumpster, as a matter of fact. And right now on the state capitol, there were still some protesters. I saw police coming down, pepper spraying them. I want you to take a look behind us. You see more tear gas. Police are pushing back the protesters.
Wait, that guy's wearing a mask, like from the movie Django.
To the police earlier.
You see that, Reaper Man, right?
Addie Guajardo really close to where police officers have just dispersed some tear gas into the area. We want her to step back for her safety. Our crew has already been impacted by this multiple times this evening.
Maybe is it gonna? Oh, look at this! Yeah, maybe that looks like a SWAT truck, Reaper Man.
Looks like something.
Mace.
Yep.
Photographers were hit. Their cameras were hit, and we've seen multiple people in the crowds be hit by these things.
Are those police or protesters? That's the question right now.
Being carried out by other
It's a
protesters.
zombie.
What are they taking across the road? Is that like
across
I
the
don't
street
know?
from the Capitol?
In several ways, I think we're looking at a dumpster fire. Jessica,
like,
you're absolutely right. And I want to go back
wire,
to what
with the
Denver's
barbed
Police Chief
wire?
Paul Pazin told us.
Because setting up
it's so easy to see and to be startled by the actions of police, but he wanted to assure everyone that the police were letting people protest until they couldn't, until police were being attacked. He said one of his officers is in the hospital tonight. He said his officers have confiscated 2 handguns today.
Yeah, they got 2 guns out of the crowd. Wow, what a riot.
Inserted in the middle of these people who...
And that didn't mean that as a pun either.
And they are the ones, he said, causing all this chaos. And police have to respond to protect life and property. And he wants to assure everyone that the police aren't just out there having target practice, that they really are following the rules of engagement, and that he said they were being restrained. I know that's hard to see when you're on the receiving end of one of those pepper balls, but he really wanted to make his case, which he did at the top of the broadcast.
The balls,
Denver
Mr.
Denver
Dickey.
7's Eddie Guajardo
Yeah,
has
Dickie, don't get hit by a pepper ball.
back out live and find out how the situation is right now.
Well, Jessica, police have been pushing back those protesters, but I want you to take a close look at some of the violence, some of the damage and vandalism. Take a look at that dumpster behind us, completely on fire. It looks like people are out there trying to extinguish it. And I want to show you this fence as well. This fence was up earlier. This is completely knocked down. Now, protesters earlier tell me that violence seems the only way to get their message. This race, African American.
We appear to be losing Addie's signal. We'll go back out to her in just a moment, but you were looking at a fence that was up earlier to keep protesters back. That was completely smashed down.
Where are they
We're looking
shooting
at a
the water?
dumpster
It's
fire
certainly not
across
on
the
that-
street from the
that
Capitol.
container.
Oh, no,
Firefighter.
they're hitting it, Reaper Man. You can tell it's going out.
Oh, okay.
But they are missing it, kind of. They're kind of spraying it, though.
Yeah, they're like overshooting it, you
back
know?
on the Capitol
Yeah,
tonight.
I can see that. I see that.
George Floyd in Minneapolis on Monday, who was killed by an officer who strangled him with his knee. And these protests have erupted all across the country over the course of the week. But even tonight, we saw protests not only here in Denver, but in Dallas, in Los Angeles, San Jose, New York, Atlanta. Just a lot of reaction to this situation. And people calling for change. They want to see something happen. That officer was charged and arrested, and all of the officers that were there that responded to that were fired.
Of course it is, Reaper Man.
I know.
Live video of protests in downtown Denver, where the situation has definitely escalated and is tense once again.
It has, and I'm sure a lot of people are watching this going, what the heck is this happening in Denver for? This was a Minneapolis incident, but that's not the case anymore. There comes a tipping point where people said enough is enough, and the George Floyd case just a few days ago in Minneapolis seems to have been that. And this did start just as a call for justice, a reclaiming of humanity, and them to say enough is enough. But when you get a lot of people in one place, just the law of averages have that there's going to be some troublemakers, and that's what the chief said is happening. Chief of police said is happening, and that is what our crews on the ground
this is all that happened in Denver.
both last
lucky,
night
you know.
and tonight.
Yeah, they got very lucky tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Both directions for a while.
A dumpster fire, that's lucky.
Cars just right here outside the state capitol. The Senate president's truck. Kid took a skateboard to the side windows. Another one jumped through the windshield. We saw at least 3, maybe 4 or 5 police cars also around the Capitol bashed in and beaten up, and people take their frustrations out. We saw a couple of stores at the on the 16th Street Mall. In fact, a shoe store, I believe, was looted twice last night. There are stores, and this was really another crazy sign of today, is that just now these businesses are being allowed to reopen after being shut down for 2 or 3 months because of the disease, because of the virus. And now they reopen, and there were signs. In fact, there was a sign outside of H&M on the 16th Street Mall that said closed due to protests.
Yeah, they actually ended up boarding up that store tonight because of the protests.
Right, and I mean that's they just took down the sign that said closed because of the coronavirus, and here we are in downtown Denver at least with this going on. So it's a bad scene all around. Started by certainly understandable motives, and a Friday night and the late hour and some bad guys in the middle of that has turned it into something that none of us wants to see in this town we love so much.
We've been watching this from Air Tracker 7 and seeing.
It's just terrible what these people are doing to their own cities. And I also understand, Reaper Man, that when they arrest some of these people aren't even from that city.
Too many protesters
I
behind
know
you.
that.
Have things sort of calmed down in that area?
How about all the jobs they're losing burning down these businesses?
Yeah, about
That's
5
right.
Antifa, the name Antifa, has been thrown around a bit. So
honking
back
and
Back to Dickie, everybody. Back to Dickie.
Smashed in windows, boarded up windows. When we were coming from the
I
Capitol
think they
building, we
said
saw
his
quite a
name was
number of
Harry
windows
Dickey.
that were smashed in. But the police presence here, you can't really tell. They've turned off their lights behind me. There were several individuals who were being arrested, presumably for their actions in this protest. You can hear right next to me some people honking, showing support for the protesters. We tried to pass by these police officers, and they've been kind of making shows of force to keep people away from the area. But certainly, this area right now much calmer than it was even 5 minutes ago.
Sloan, thank you for that report. As you've been watching this night unfold, I know we've been
why isn't his shirt tucked
watching
in?
and comparing it to last
He's
night.
just falling apart because of everything going on.
No, I wonder,
Well, it was a different part of the city. You had 16th Street, and we haven't been in the most active part of this protest, as you saw with Addie, where she was, in the middle of the protest. We're kind of on the edges of it, but I can certainly say that things have escalated from earlier this evening. We heard the organizers of the protest say they wanted a peaceful protest. They wanted a loud protest, a raucous protest even, but even
all right.
Well, those protesters earlier today, a completely different scene than you see tonight.
Denver 7 Sloan Dickey, thank you so much. Please be safe out there. We're looking at live video of firefighters putting out a fire in a dumpster near the Capitol that protesters set on fire. We've seen protesters moving a lot of dumpsters in the area as they sort of stood their ground with officers for a while, but it looks like most of those crowds have dispersed. We've seen a lot of action over the last hour. Things were much quieter earlier today, and they seem to have escalated, and the crowds continued to grow. But right now, taking a live look over that area, traffic seems to be moving a little better compared to where it was even half an hour ago. Shannon.
All right, let's try to take the temperature of the room, so to speak. Addie Guajardo is down there once again, hopefully a little further from the pepper spray. So I'm going to ask you to play analyst a little bit. In the last half hour, since we went on the air, more, less, better, worse, as far as the tension in the crowd?
Shannon, I feel like it's getting a little bit worse. We're definitely seeing more tear gas, more of those pepper spray balls. I want you to see behind me, the SWAT team has arrived. Firefighters have arrived. They're putting out that fire at the dumpster. And look at this. This is the standoff between the police and the protesters. They're all right in front of us, and the protesters are on the other side. It looks like some of the protesters have their hands in the air. So it seems like the protesters are dispersed. We have a lot less here in the Capitol, but we've also been seeing, if you want to take a look at the Capitol right now, that there is heavy police presence, making sure that the protesters aren't making their way up there. So we've been trying to keep a safe distance. At one point, Shannon, we were sitting inside of our car. A tear gas canister hit the car, and we were still coughing inside. Earlier today, at least a number of our, photojournalists have been struck by either rubber bullets or paintballs. But we've also been seeing violence from the protesters. Just minutes ago, we saw protesters throwing water bottles and other items at the state capitol where some of the police officers were at. So there's clearly a lot of tension right now. Police officers standing their ground and protesters pushing for that message that this racism has to stop. And as I spoke earlier with protesters, they tell me, this isn't the right way, turning to violence, but it seems like it's the only way to get their voices heard. And as you can see, it looks like that dumpster is completely out right now.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you something.
Yes,
so
Shannon.
When we had Chief Payson on, he described two different types of dispersing agents. One larger, one smaller. When we hear those louder bangs like we heard maybe a minute ago when you were speaking, is that the larger canisters we're hearing fired?
Shannon, I couldn't hear you. One more time.
Those we heard kind of a loud bang right when you went on. Is that the larger gas canisters being fired by police when we hear that?
Yeah, those are the gas canisters that we're hearing, that those popping off. And, you know, as you said earlier, there is two types of protesters. I've seen protesters out here just linking arms, blocking off traffic, trying to get that message across. And I've seen protesters with rocks and bats in their hand saying they're ready to cause some destruction out here. So, you know, there's a lot of tension out here right now. And you know what? When some of those pepper spray balls were thrown, we had that feeling. My eyes were crying. My face was burning. So I know what some of these people have been experiencing. They'll retreat, but they continue to come back because they say they have a message to get across. Shannon.
All right, Addie Guajardo, thank you very much. She has been right in the middle of... Did you have one more thing before we go? No? All right. Addie Guajardo, who's all of our crews have just done yeoman's work out there and put themselves, unfortunately, a little too close to the action, which we don't want. We want them to be safe as well as anybody else. We've had reports of police officers hurt tonight as well. One taken to the hospital. We don't know the extent of the injuries. We've heard rocks thrown at police officers. And then likewise, we have seen more than a few protesters being taken down and reacting to either the paintballs. And I tried to get the police chief to describe exactly what they were using, because they corrected us that it was not rubber bullets. I wanted to know exactly what they were using. But people hurt by whatever non-lethal ammunition they are using, including we had one of our photographers, I think last count he's been hit 4 or 5, maybe six times out there.
Yes, and the police.
Yeah, I agree with you, Reaper Man. That's what they want in Minnesota. They want to see the other 3 arrested.
He described it, not a bullet, but a ball. It still looks very painful. I saw people with posting photos of really terrible.
Well, it looks like they're all dispersing at this point, Reaper Man.
Disperse crowds. You're looking at
what do you think
of Air Tracker 7 showing those protesters.
Yeah, it sure looks like that. Let's just cut the feed here and we'll talk a few minutes and end the stream.
Yeah, that's what I just did. It's just you and I. What a wild night here in the United States, everybody. All the major metropolitan areas are under riots and or protest. It's just a crazy situation here. Even here in the city of Detroit, everybody.
What happened yesterday where demonstrators damaged vehicles at the Capitol, so they boarded up some of the windows there to make sure that sort of thing and more damage doesn't happen again. We've seen
You really not know? Okay.
damaging vehicles down the street, not necessarily at the Capitol, but in that.
All right, Reaper Man.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, what a night.
Oh, what a night.
Late May in 2020, everybody.
This is what the country's coming to.
Coronavirus to rioting. Who knew?
Rioting. What's next?
All these rioters coming down with coronavirus? You never know. What I want to find out is George Soros behind any of this? Antifa. All these crazy groups.
Did you?
I got a big belief you're going to find out Antifa's involved.
Did you see the name I come in with?
Associated
Press.
Associated Press. Awesome. Oh, let's check it out, everybody. Hang on. Here it is, right there. Associated Press tonight, live on Yaman's channel.
Live.
Oh yeah. But you know what time it is, everybody?
It's that time.
It is that time.
Yeah.
Tuck in your children, give them a kiss goodnight, tell them they're going to be safe as long as they don't live in a metropolitan city.
Yeah, and thank you everybody that stopped in.
Yeah, we appreciate it tonight.
We'll be here again tomorrow, but I'm not sure what time, but we'll be here.
Same bad station though. Same bad channel.
Same bad channel.
Later, dudes.
Peace out.